Okay, what's going on? How's everybody doing out there? First things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the creator of Luminous 4K screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain times 8. All right, so I said before that I'm going to be getting rid of some of my projectors in my shop and a few in the storage because I am going to be swapping out my projectors for something, a particular projector that I'm looking for to get. But I'm done with all these, and the reason why I'm done with all these projectors is because when we first started off, we needed all these projectors to test our screen paint on different forms of different kinds of projectors. Some I definitely will be keeping because I still do need them, but the others I don't. I have just too many of them. All right, so one of the in the description said free projector. All right, so yes. When we do projector combo packages, we do charge you something for the projectors. They're not free. I can't afford to do that. But this particular model will be free due to the fact that it did suffer some slight damage. So not damage is going to affect the projector in any way. One of the shift buttons just doesn't move to. It doesn't move. It moves, but it basically it sticks a little bit. So that's all that's wrong with it. It just sticks right here, but I can't actually sell it to you. So because it sticks a little bit, everything on the projector remote control, all of it works fine. It's just that one little area right there where it doesn't stick. Now this one right here works perfectly. This is the lens shift for down and up. It works perfectly with no problem. But the one from side to side sticks a little bit, and that's why I'm going to give it away for free. Now, when you order 1 gallon of the screen paint, you get the projector for free. And it comes with free shipping. Sorry, we can't ship it overseas. I can't do that due to the fact that it will cost me an arm and a leg. You have no idea how much money it costs me to ship packages overseas. And we do ship anywhere in the world for free. Okay, for instance, if I ship 1 quart and a medium-sized shipping box to Saudi Arabia, it costs me $70. And that's with the United States Postal Service shipping. $70. That's what my shipping cost is for a medium-sized box. You don't even want to know what a large costs me. So anyway, so that's when, we don't charge anything for shipping, which is fantastic because, it's bad enough you don't have to pay for taxes and all that stuff when it goes through customs. Who wants to pay for shipping, So anyway, we try to take as much off as we possibly can to make it easier for you when you order from us. So this is an EPSON. This is my Powerlight EPSON 5200W. This projector is 4200 lumens. It is a WXGA projector. It has removable lens. Of course, the lens all comes out of there. It does come with the full remote control. And the reason why I'm throwing in the remote control, because these remote controls are not cheap. A lot of you know, this is the original remote control that came with this projector. It is not cheap. Those remote controls are like $80 just for one. You can get one for 80. You might be to get one for 100, and also too, like I said, between 80 to 100. But also too, that's the original. Usually, when you go try to get that remote control on eBay, because that's where you have to go to get it, there's a lot of knockoffs. There's a lot of fakes. So I was lucky when I bought this from that vendor that I actually got the projector with the original remote control, which is much needed for this projector. You have to have the remote controls with them. All right, because there's a lot of options on what it can do. Now, this is the image that's pulling up. As I said before, this is an extended long throw, which means the average projector at 100 inches would have to be somewhere back between 11 and 12. This projector, these are designed for if you have like a church event or you have something where you want to basically be to shoot the projector, you have to have the projector a little farther back, and you want to be to shoot the projector and hit the screen without the screen expanding every place else. Some people say you can just zoom it in. No, not really, to tell you the truth. If I take an everyday projector and I pull it back 18 feet, I don't care how far I expand and actually bring the zoom in, it is going to out expand the screen. These projectors are designed different. They're designed that when they hit the screen, they hit that small little area, and that's it. All right, so keep in mind, you need 18 feet, because I'm telling you this up front, because I didn't know this when I first bought this projector. You need 18 feet in order to be able to get 100 inch out of this projector because of the lens. Now, the lenses are changeable. They are quite a bit expensive, but like I said, if you have that, if this is something for you, then go with it. Other than that, it's in good condition. It has, well, you're getting it for free anyway. It has good condition, and it runs absolutely beautiful. Let me come over here real quick. So we got this on the wallpaper screen really quick. This one right here It's going to be on its way out. There's a fellow that's interested in this. Please, I'll let you know right now. We got 3 people now are looking at getting this projector. This is on the website right now. We had 2, actually we had 1, and I was able to get another one. This is actually an Optimus short throw projector. These are mine. They're going nowhere. These are my Sonys. That is one that's going to be available on the 19th. This is the one that actually comes with 2 lenses. That one comes with 2 lenses right there, and that's a projection screen package combo. Now, this one is not a combo. Basically, anyone who orders a gallon of paint from us, keep in mind, I'm sorry, it has to be within the U.S. because I can't afford the shipping overseas, and I wish I could. I really do when it comes to projectors, but we can't. It just costs us too much money. Then I would have to raise the price, and I don't want to raise the price. So anyone that's buying this within the U.S., if you order a gallon, first come, first serve, you will get the projector for free, because I really can't do anything with it, because keep in mind, it works perfectly, but on my end, I'm already getting rid of all the projectors I have. I bought a ton of projectors, and they were used for demonstrations, and now we got this paint down to a point that we got enough demonstrations to choke a horse. There's no point in keeping all the extra projectors around. This one I was going to sell as a combo deal, but when I realized that this was sticking right here a little bit, some people say put a little WD-40. I'm not handy when it comes to this kind of stuff. It's 1 gallon. If I did make a mistake and put 2 gallons, I do apologize. It's 1 gallon. We were going to do 2 gallons. I'm thinking, who the freak is going to need 2 gallons of paint unless you're a company? So we put it down at 1 gallon. 1 gallon is going to paint a screen size of 180 inches. So I put it down to 1 gallon because, only people buy 2 gallons from us are churches or schools or stuff like that. You usually buy 2 gallons and 8 gallons and stuff like that. So basically, put all the information possible needed for the projector. It's an EPSON PowerLight Pro. It is the G5200W. A few people were asking me if I was selling this projector. It's funny now, I'm giving it away for free when you order the screen paint. Order 1 gallon. All right, let me see what I did with my cell phone. Oh, here it is over here. So we can watch some videos off of it, and you can see how it's going to react to the screen paint. Okay. And I'll show you the distance where that projector is sitting. So that's very important. Now, the screen that's being used is our wallpaper projection screens. They'll be available on the 20th. That's being set there for a reason. You'll see why. Look at this. That's what I love about black technology. I love black technology. Look at this. Everybody wants that super, super insane contrast. That's what you get from black technology. I'll show you the angle, because the reason why I show you the angle, anywhere you walk at in an environment, that screen should pull up. You should have no dark spots in the screen at all. Part of me is a little saddened. I'll tell you why. I love this projector, I do. I love EPSON. But unfortunately, I don't need it anymore because I'm going to be, got a few other things I'm going to be buying. The first person who orders a gallon gets the projector. So we'll know who's who when it comes in, because keep in mind, when you order from a website, there's a timestamp that pops up. The timestamp will tell the time and the hour, everything, right down. The timestamp will pop up, will show exactly whose order went in first. So that's how we know. When we do offers like that, people say, well, how do you know? Because when a purchase goes through, there's a timestamp on it. It tells exactly the time, it tells the date, tells everything when that order went through. Let me see if I can pull this up on my cell phone. Let's throw the fish on for right now. I'm going to pull it up on my cell phone. All right, where are you? Let me see. Here we go. Point it up on the cell phone so you can see. All right. So that's my website. Yeah, we're mobile. We have a mobile app for our website. Let me give you. Can we get the? All right. So that's the site you want to look for. It's Crystal Edge Technology Screens. You can type it up. We pop up right on the search engine, just about every place. And this is we're having our holiday sale. Hold on for a minute. All right. So you go to www.crystal-screens. I'm sorry. It's early in the morning. Actually, those who were watching my demonstration, I was up like 3 o'clock in the morning last night, which is freaking crazy. Anyway, so it'll be www.crystal-edge-screens. Sorry, people, I do apologize. Again, some people are thinking, you don't know your own website? Yeah, I've typed in like 100,000 times. It just happens. All right, we'll do it again. And this time I will get it right. It's www.crystal-edge-technology-screens.com. Sorry about that. You have to understand, I work a lot of crazy hours. Some people were up with me last night, like 3 o'clock in the morning, like, do you sleep? Sometimes. Sometimes I sleep, sometimes I don't. But just give it a minute. I should have posted all that information at the bottom. Wasn't really thinking. Sorry about that. But yeah, if you go to that website right there and you place your order for the 1 gallon, you will get the EPSON projector. All right, so and also I like to do this too also, because when we do projector combos, packages, I've had a few people say, well, you know what? I like to debunk everything. We have people come and say, you know what? Why would I go out and buy that projector when I can just go to eBay and get it and I can do the exact same thing? Well, yeah, you can buy the same projector pretty much anywhere you want. That is true, but you don't have the technology that goes with it. So if you're using that on a light gray screen or a white screen, and you're going to have a problem, and the image is going to come out washed out. And for those you're going to say, well, I can just use everyday black paint. I wouldn't do that if I were you. I wouldn't use everyday black paint, and I would not use a kind of black fabric material. If you're interested why you shouldn't do this, because like I said, any black surface will pull up contrast. Most important thing for a black screen to be able to do is pull up a white level. Now, if you're interested in seeing those demonstrations, please check out the links below. And that way you can get a good idea exactly what I'm talking about. And the reason why, when we actually do those combo deals and you get that amazing screen paint, you can see exactly how you're going to get more from your projector. Yes, it is. It is a Supreme 8 True Ambient Light Rejection screen paint on our website. You'll see, let me see. When it pops up, let me go back over to my site. Let's go over to on my phone app right now. Now, if you're buying the paint, I suggest do not use the phone app. It is a little buggy from time to time. We're still trying to get that fixed. Go over on a computer, a laptop, or tablet. Best way to do it, because we're still getting that worked out. Well, usually when it comes to phone apps, it can become a headache. Some of them become a really good headache. But just I suggest if you're going to make the order and you want to faster, for it to process a little faster, just do it through the through your tablet or laptop. All right, let me pull it right here. All right, here it is right there. So that's the 1 gallon right there on the website. That's our holiday sale going on right now. And that's the 1 gallon. So that's what you want to look for. The 1 gallon, they all have the exact same labels. Let me see. The only one that doesn't have that label is if you see one that looks like, okay, let me see something real quick. Because there's another one that has another label. I forgot about that. We do make an invisible version of this technology. The invisible version was designed for people going to be using this for advertising. They're going to be spraying this on glass or stuff like that for window advertising. That black screen right there is actually using black invisible technology right there. I'll do a demonstration on that probably later on. You can check that out. And then we also have it kind of like in a high-end, like 3D silver, and this is basically for like commercial use and stuff like that. So I should have went back and pointed that out because I keep forgetting there's actually 2 different labels on there. All right, so this label right here on the website, that's the invisible technology, all right? That's invisible. But what you want to go for is you want to go for the one I just showed you. It says true ambient light rejection. It has a label with a theater on it and just has the 8 in the middle. That's the one, that's the label you want to hit. But the other one's designed for visible technology. Let's come off of this. I just had that playing in the background while I just showed him where to actually get the paint from. How good, look how incredible that looks. And I've said this many times that when you're dealing with a white or gray screen, they do not have the ability to pull contrast. This is my demo screen. I put this up here to show you. Now this was a screen that one half of it was painted gray, the other half was painted white. And in the middle, all that is our technology in the middle. So just to show you, at a 4200 lumen projector EPSON, when you're hitting a screen that's white or gray, this is what you're getting. So this also basically, when I have people sometimes will come in and say, well, I can just go to eBay and just buy the projector and just go to Home Depot or Lowe's and just buy some gray and white paint. Well, you go ahead and do that, and this is what you're going to get from your projector. This is the image you're going to pull up. Now, this is what our technology does to that projector. And like I tell people, if you're automatically thinking in your mind already from the door, well, you know what? I'll just turn the lights out. Then you already chose the environment that you're going to be sitting in for a while until you actually change over that to your screen. That's the environment you're going to be sitting in, that dark environment, just so you can see the screen. So that's why I do this. I put this up here just to show you, because like I said, it just basically covers all doubt. Anybody, like I have some people that will come on there on YouTube and say, well, look, it's not, you know, that projector right there, you can get that on eBay for so and so and so. Yeah, you can get on eBay for so and so and so, but you can't get our screen paint on eBay. Our screen paint is only available at one website only, which is the one we actually designed. So we can show you, if you go out and go to get some bare silver screen, or you go and get some white paint, this is what you're going to get from a projector 4200 lumens. That's why it's such a bonus when we have the screen combo packages, because combo packages come with the projector, they come with the blackout cloth, they come with the whole 9 yards, and they come with that amazing screen paint that's going to make your projector look voila. If you already own a projector, it starts making you think, what are you missing from your screen? You see how realistic it looks? I keep telling people, you're not getting a brighter image, you're getting a washed out image. That's why you have to have the difference between our black technology. See the difference here? This is blue. This is what the ocean, the blue, looks like. And look at here, it's faded, washed out. So yes, the first come, first serve. Who gets a gallon of screen paint from us, we'll give you that projector for free. The only reason why the projector is going for free, as I said before, it sticks a little bit here on the lens shift for side to side. Up and down works perfectly. Well, let me see. Different size of our containers. Let's see if we have anything still in here. We can sun a lot of paint. I'll show you the plastic containers we use. Reach this. Quart size container. And yes, I have a video of me actually taking a canned quart, and poured it into one of these containers to show that this actually is a quart size. We back up everything. These are the 1 gallons right there. Of course, without the labels on them. And this right here, with the label, is 2 quarts. There you go. All right, so let's come out of this. Let's take this off. Put it there. Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. You know, if you got I'm trying to get my hands on bending and warp software, because there's some things I want to do with the wallpaper screens, which would be pretty cool. Like stick one in the corner. If I stick one in the corner, I can actually get myself a curve if I stick in the corner because the screen's flexible. Or for those of you that are thinking that outside the box, you can stick it to your ceiling because it's a flexible surface. All right, at the bottom of the description of this video, I will put in a link where you can go directly to the site and get the 1 gallon. That will come with the free EPSON projector, if someone hasn't grabbed it already. Last demonstration right here, and we're done. I love doing this particular demonstration. And this gives you a good idea that when you get that 1 gallon from us, how this projector is going to react on that screen. I love doing the live streams. That's all I'm going to do for now is live streams. Because then you get a chance to see it up close and personal. You get a chance to see exactly live, real time. This is also fantastic because basically it puts a stop to anyone doing false demonstrations against our product, because you can say, well, I saw the screen in real time. Showing you from different angles. This right here is the blackout, well, not blackout caulk, but the screen I coated with it. That's an old, dirty screen I found in the back of my shop, and I coated it with the technology. Told you, anything you coat with this stuff turns into a screen. Keep in mind, this projector behind me is 720p, and look how fantastic the image looks. All right, hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you for your time. Y'all have a blessed day, depending on where you're at in the world. Hope you have a blessed day, blessed night, wherever you're at. I am going to be doing some demonstrations outside today. Hopefully, if we don't get any rain, because I want to do some live demonstrations outside. Probably a little bit more earlier. Hey, how you doing? Hi, Kevin. How you doing? I'm just now signing off, Kevin. Sorry about that. I'm just going to add in real quick, in case you missed. We can just go back and rewind once this video is done. Yes, this is the EPSON projector right here. It is a PowerLight Pro. It is a G5200W projector. If I said that right, G5200W. Yes, the projector does come with the remote control. One of the hardest thing about when you get these projectors, the remote controls are hard to come by. And I lied to you not. I was lucky to actually get one with the original remote control that came with it. You see right there, I got to clean it up a little bit. It's an EPSON remote control. It's the original. Usually, there's a lot of counterfeits of these projectors. Actually, we do. Actually, on our Facebook channel, we have a few demonstrations from customers. I have video testimony from a church that used our screen paint on a projector 7,000 lumens at around 30 feet back. We have pictures actually that are actually uploaded on our Facebook page of customers satisfied with our product. Yes, we do. Other than that, yes, and keep in mind all these demonstrations are done with the lights on and outdoors. So like I said, this is why I started doing demonstrations in real time, because when we're doing demonstrations with the recording using my camera, we had people trying to tear down our company or trying to accuse us of editing or doing or basically brightening the projectors and all this other crazy nonsense. So my Facebook page, I'll put that link at the bottom. So in the comment section, you can check out the link at the bottom. Also too, I'll send you some information also. We've had a lot of people basically just trying to discredit our work. So a friend of mine came out and he was sitting on the deck and we watching a football game. He said, you know what, you got to do this live. Just do all your videos live. You do all your videos live, they can see it in real live time. So that's where it started. That's where I started doing the paint on demonstrations and showing you how we're doing this and how we do that. And then just basically doing our demonstrations against different screens, showing you how bright the white levels are, just so you can see it in real time. So there is no way to edit it, any of this right now. You're seeing it as it goes along. If a mistake pops up, you will see the mistake. So you have to have a lot of confidence in your product to do nothing but live stream demonstrations that at any given time, something might not pop out right, something might not look right. So as you can see, that's the reason why I don't like to use ambient light controlled environments, because you set the environment to put the screen in a very comfortable environment. My screens are used to being in harsh environments, so anything we throw at it, we know the screen's going to be able to walk through it with no problem. And that's why it's very important. But like I said, there's an EPSON projector. As for it comes with the remote control, keep in mind it's a big bonus, because Trying to find a remote control for this projector is a nightmare. There's a lot of phonies and fakes they have on there. And if you do find one, I guarantee you that the owner is going to probably want about 80 bucks for it alone, just for that remote control. They're not cheap remote controls. Okay, let me see something really quick here. A lot of people don't realize, like, why do I go on an angle all the time? Because if you ever owned if you ever seen a DMP Supernova, some of the DMP Super, not all of them, but some of the DMP Supernova, some of the Elite screens, the more higher advanced models, certain screens have something called a narrow viewing cone, where the projector would have to be in line with the screen. So it has to be in line with the screen. If you start to move, this is called angle gain. So angle gain means that when you turn to the side, those of you know this already, but when you turn to the side, the screen is supposed to look the same way as it does here, as it does here. So one of the issues they had with a lot of the more high-end advanced screens that were on the market at that particular time, I don't know if they still do it or not, they had something called a narrow viewing cone. So narrow viewing cone means the projector has to be in line with the screen. Now, if the projector were to be too high up or too low, and when you start to turn, the image would start to go dark. So if you had one of these older screens, a Black Diamond had an issue with them. When you turn to the side and the screen would turn dark, that's because that screen had something called a narrow viewing cone. So this is what they call angle gain, which means you should be able to see the screen here the same way as when you start to turn to a full circle. It should look the same way as if you're standing right in front of the projector screen. That's why I do that from the side. And those of you who have those screens, you know what I'm talking about, what they do. So that's why you have to go through all the painstaking measurements of your projector when it's attached to the ceiling, of getting it just right to be in line with the screen so you can see the image so it doesn't darken. If it's too high, it becomes dark. If it's too low, it has to fit within the center of that screen. If you ever had the liberty of actually installing something in like that, it's a painstaking nightmare. Now, that's why you see me moving around like this, to show you that no matter where I stand in the environment, you should be able to see that screen. From any angle, that screen should pull up. If somebody's I'm saying shopping mall, because you don't see too many shopping malls anymore. But if someone's at an exhibit and say they're walking around up top, they should be able to look down and be able to see the screen. And the screen should not go dark. So keep in mind, if you have this in your home, it's a different story. But somebody has this in their business, say this is your storefront, and you have this in your business, you have the projector mounted up there, and you have this wallpaper screen over here, and you got customers that are coming in, and they're looking at the screen. They're looking at you advertise your merchandise. So they should be able to walk around in your well-lit, bright store and see your image at any angle. Usually when you walk into a store, you have that one step down. You just step down from here. You know, you should be able to go, wow, look at that. Yeah, I'll have that information. All that information will be at the bottom. I'll put my email address down there so you can check it out. As a matter of fact, let me see something for a minute. Well, I'll just type it all in. Well, hello to all. Now this is my favorite thing to do, really quick. I like to, because then you'll have some people saying, well, you know, forget a black screen. One of the problems I'm going to have with it is that the white levels are going to come out too dark. You know where I'm going at. Those who've seen me do this before, you know what I'm going with. Put our stand right there. Voila. This is my double-sided screen. Yeah, because we sell to a lot of companies, and when you're dealing with companies, they want something that's going to be able to for you to produce a bright image, especially if you're going to be doing spreadsheets and all that stuff. There you go. So this is pretty much how some people are saying, well, you don't need to buy your black screen paint. I will go out and just get some everyday black paint or a black sheet, and I'll do the same thing. Well, let's show you. That right there is the black material you got from Amazon, and that is black house paint. That's what your screen looks like when it can't push a white level. See how dirty that looks? This is our technology right here. That's our technology. And that's what you get from using any screen. Keep in mind, any black screen, as I said before, simple and plain, can push contrast. Easy. The hard thing for a black screen to do is to push a white level. That's the hard part. Just like any light gray screen or white screen can push a white level. Easy. The hard thing for those screens to do is to be able to push a black level. Do 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 do. Gallon is going for, I think, $4.88. Right now we have a deal on the site right now, so I think we only have, I don't know how much we got in stock. We got 5 gallons in stock, I think we do. I didn't go in to restock anything in the shopping cart. Been busy for the last couple of days. But we got a first come, first serve going on with a projector. Let's grab me another one right here. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see it again. And mind you, my projector is 40. The projector we have over there that we're giving away for free is a 4300 lumen projector. So some people think because some people are trying to figure out that, okay, if we get a projector of 43, if we get a projector of 6,000 lumens, 10,000 lumens, we can produce a brighter image. No, you cannot. See that? See how dirty that looks? And look how white our screen looks. Look at that. That's the difference between our technology and any other black screen out there on the market. And then on top of that, everybody thinks our screen paint is just black. Nope. That's our technology right there. Like I said, there's different shades of black. So when we had our Supreme 8 engineered, we had a particular special form of pigment made, like a dye. This was custom designed, our own signature shade of black. And this keeps other people from trying to mimic our technology, like do fake demonstrations with everyday black paint. Now, this right here is black house paint. This right here is a black projection screen right here that we got from Amazon. If you notice, the shades are indifferent. So they keep our stuff keep our technology with a special identity that people can't, it's hard to figure out what it is, because in some areas it looks gray, dark gray, and other areas it looks black. They can't figure out how it was designed. We have a special kind of pigment dye that was customized for that paint. Now, that doesn't basically cause the white levels. It doesn't cause the image to become this or that. It just doesn't. There's something that we drop in the paint, which I can't tell you what it is, but it's a very interesting chemical that was developed. Now, keep in mind, to make it complicated, there are 5 elements, and in each 5 elements, there are 10 different forms of compounds that go in to making up the one element to actually combine together to make that technology. Kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? Those you don't know, I have a bit of a degree in chemistry, but like I said, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, this is, so when you look at it, you think that, you know, it says everyday black paint. And that's one of the problems we had where people were coming and saying, oh, it's just everyday black paint. It's people were doing falsified demonstrations. They were taking black paint, they were putting it into our containers, and they were pouring it out, and they were doing these false demonstrations. So the reason why those demonstrations don't exist anymore, because when you pour the paint out, it has an interesting and very strange color to it, and they can't figure out what it is. Kind of mind-blowing, isn't it? Woohoo! All right, let's get back over here. I'm having a ball today. I guess I'm having fun. I am having fun today. How about some football? Shall we watch some football? Some football highlights. This might not be your favorite team. I cannot get your favorite team up there, but I'll get somebody up there. I was supposed to be signing off, keep in mind that, but I like what I do. I like what I do. I do like what I do. My girlfriend's asking me, am I going to retire? Because like I said, I have investments. I have investments that I've made 5 years ago, and they are cashing in soon. I'm going to be cashing in soon. So I got 2 options. I can retire and never ever do this again, or I could come out with my own motorized projection screen and fixed frame screen and charge a very reasonable price and blow everything out of the market, because then I'll have the money to back my company on a higher level, which means I can get storefronts. I could do all kinds of cool stuff with this investment. But like I said, I'm not ready to retire. Having too much fun. I'll tell you what I would like to do, and I do plan to do it. I plan to go to one of those projection screen expos, yes, and show off our screen at an expo. So yeah, I am basically highly considering bringing in an engineer and designing our own form of fixed frame screens and motorized screens, so we can go toe to toe with the big boys. And we can show them that you don't have to spend $5,000 for a projection screen, because that's freaking insane. Because pretty much right now, all the other screens on the markets are white. They're white screen. Here's your option right here. If you go to Elite Screens, this is your option. You can have the white screen that would cost you $400 and $500, right? $400 and $500 white screen, maybe 6, depending on the size of the screen. Or if you want to go a little higher up and you want to get the Gray Cinema 5D, which has a bit of a light silver tint to it, then you can pay us $1,200 or $1,300 for a 100-inch only. Or if you want to go with an Elite Dark Star 9, that's one of their high-end screens. They're their flag boys. Those screens right there would cost you $3,000 just for a 100-inch. So how come you can't have that same? Now keep in mind, white screen cheaper, gets a little bit silver. When the screen becomes silver, you have the Gray Cinema 5, the Polar Star, I think Polar Star and the Cinema Gray 5D. They're silver. It goes up to around now $1,200 to $1,300. There's no way in the world you're going to get that screen for $500. It's just not going to happen unless you know somebody, or basically just get it on eBay for cheap. But you're not going to be able to walk into an Elite store and say, "Hey, let me get that screen over there. It's light silver for $500." It is not going to happen. So now, when you start getting, if you ever saw the Dark Star 9, the Dark Star 9s are black. Oh. Keep in mind, I'm not, you know what? Not going to entertain that. Now I'm going to entertain that. If you're coming on here to basically cause confusion and chaos, I'm not going to entertain you. I'm not. I've been down this road. We've done this over and over again. I'm finished with that part of my life. We have moved on. All right. We don't have time for that. All right. So God has blessed me to have a nice place to work at and plenty of room in the backyard, and got blessed with a beautiful house. So no. I'm not interested in anybody else's screen paints. What they do is what they do, and what we do is what we do. But I'm going to show you live on how our technology works and how it's displayed, and that's how we're going to do it. All right. Okay, so let's get back to what we're talking about. Football highlights here. But anyway, yeah, so we're going to be coming out pretty soon. Not this year, probably end of next year is when I'm going to start working with the development team on designing our own motorized projection screen. And these are going to be tension screens because keep in mind, the bigger you go on a screen, like the screen like this is 92 inches, it's okay, but the problem is after a while, the ends will start to curve and it gets like a wavy effect to the screen. That's why the tension screens cost more, because they lay flat no matter what. So that's why tension is always going to be more. Now, if you get a tension screen that's white, it's going to be a little cheaper, a lot cheaper, like 250 bucks or maybe 300 bucks cheaper for a 100-inch. But if you get that screen, as that screen starts to grow darker, its expenses start to jump to the roof. So keep in mind, if we bring out a motorized projection screen at 120 inches that has our black technology, and it won't have this technology attached to it, it'll have something completely different. Like maybe, just maybe, a Supreme 9. Shh, you didn't hear that from me. But anyway, so let's move on from there. So it's going to have a different form of technology than the 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring out a custom version of a motorized projection screen. I think I'm talking too much here. And we're going to basically go toe-to-toe with the big boys. So instead of you going out and spending, good gracious, I can't believe so many screens cost this much money. Instead of you spending like $5,000 for a screen, you'll be able to get a motorized projection screen for way less than that. And then on top of that, since we have an engineer that will be building our motorized projection screen from the ground up. We're not talking about going to a third-party manufacturer, because I'm going to be done with all that nonsense. Because when I deal with a third-party manufacturer, let's put some highlights on why I'm talking about this. When I deal with a third-party manufacturer, I'm at the mercy of them. So I'm at the mercy of whether or not, if they're going to have the screen in demand, if they're going to have it in stock. And then on top of that, I have to wait till I get the screen from them, and then it has to be shipped to us, and then we have to code it, and then we have to send it to you. Well, if we manufacture our own screens, we don't have to worry about that. We can manufacture it right there on the shop. We can do the repairs right there in the shop, and we can ship it right off to you. So I think that's the route we're going to go with that idea right there. So there's a lot of things on the table right now on different ways we're going to go about these fixed frame screens and these motorized projection screens. And with me bringing this engineer crew on, this crew that will allow me to be able to custom build our own screens from the ground up, we can add all kinds of cool stuff to the screens that they will charge you an arm and leg for, but we'll give you for free because that's how we do things. You know, we just give it to you. We'll add extra options on there that you don't have to pay for. You know what I mean? There'll be perks that we'll put on there, which they should do anyway. I don't see what the problem is. What's the problem? We're basically giving you extra stuff on the screen. So anyway, that's the cool thing about it. So we could build it the way we want to build it. We could design it the way we want to design it. You know what I mean? There's so many things I want to do when it comes to motorized projection screens, but if any company comes with an idea for it, they want to charge you extra money for it because it can do that particular option. So I don't think that's fair. So that's what we're working on next. And yes, we haven't given up on the inflatable screens. We actually are going to be working on actually custom designing our own inflatable screens also too. So it's going to be a big project that is going to be happening probably end of next year. Okay. So let me see where we're going to go from here. I said football highlights, right? Yeah. All right. There we go. Sorry if your team doesn't pop up. I'm just randomly just grabbing stuff, okay? So we just watch anything. I guarantee my team's not on there either.
Mason Rudolph had no chance. Continues to be inactive. Benny Snell is also out with a knee injury. Time for Rudolph. And incomplete. Going through
Now, also keep in mind, sorry about that, just grabbed my stuff. Keep in mind that we're watching a sports, so you should not be in the dark. That's one of the things. You should not be in the dark if you're watching sports. Come Super Bowl, if you're sitting in a dark environment because your screen is not pulling up, then there's a problem, not with your projector, but with your screen. And that's why some people tell me, turn the lights out, turn the lights out. There's no point in turning the lights out if you're watching sports. Why are your lights out? These are fantastic screens also, too, to put in your sports bar, your man cave. You want to hear something funny? Imagine, for those of you who have the luxury of having man caves, and I do envy you. Yes, I do. You got a man cave. You got all your sports memorabilia hanging up. You got your prize, all your collectibles and everything. Nobody will ever see it because you're in the dark. That's the reason why. Nobody will see it because you got your screen sitting in the dark. And this is what I love about this technology. I don't have to sit in the dark. I have all my lights on and watch my screen. Don't worry, I'm going to put it back on. Just want to show you something here. Yes, it does work with laser. I did a demonstration on laser. I own a laser projector. This right here, I'll show you in a few minutes. I'll go over here, I'll show you, where's my Casio laser projector? There it is, right over there. Spill myself all over the place. That right there is a Casio laser projector. You know how you know they're lasers? Because if you look at the caps, all laser projectors have silver caps. Well, not all of them, but majority, most of them do. There's a reason why that cap is silver right there. That's because when you turn off your projector, and even if it's on, and I explain this to people, if you get, especially if you get a Casio projector, make sure that you're not going to unplug it. Keep in mind, you're not going to unplug your projector, but when you turn it off, the laser is actually still active. So that cap right there allows that laser to be able to bounce back and forth inside the projector. Now, if you have that cap off and somebody were to walk by, even though the projector's off, that projector, a laser is still active. You can still be hit with it, and it can cause some damage. I actually walked in front of one, and that's how I found out the hard way. To make sure that cap is always on when you're using laser projectors. So, those you just popping in, that's a gray screen paint, that's a white screen paint, that's our black technology in the middle. And this is the reason why when you watch people that are in their man caves and they're showing off their setup, the reason why they're in the dark, because with the lights on, the screen washes out. Either if it's light gray or white, it washes out. With our technology, we can have all the lights on with no problem. That's why if you own one of these screens, a light gray screen or white screen, that's why you'll be sitting in the dark. Even if your projector is 4200 lumens, you're still going to be sitting in the dark. See how washed out the images there? This is the way it's supposed to look. That's why you have to be in the dark watching your sports, because your screen can't produce an image. Even at 4200 lumens. When people think I get 4200 lumens, I got a really bright projector, the image is going to come up. No, it's not.
Jalen Ramsey on Deontay Johnson thinks he's going across the field, but then he gets vertical, and it looks a little bit incidental right there, but they are all the way down to 28.
Rudolph to throw, and the catch inside the 5, thrown backward. Rudolph, end zone throw, the catch, and touchdown Steelers. It's
So the image washes out.
Oklahoma State again. He's got one-on-one on the outside. He trusts him. He gives him a 50-50 ball. Look at the location. Up high. Let's get that second foot down before that knee hits out of bounds. Yep, looks like a catch and a touchdown.
All right. I got to skedaddle out of here, people. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. As I said before, I'll put all the links, all the information, everything at the bottom for you to check out. Let me grab this real quick. It's out of the way. That's my other screen. That's my dirty screen right there. My dirty screen. This is an old, dirty screen. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'll put in the link. I did a demonstration of me painting 2 sheets of cardboard and a piece of plexiglass. And I did a demonstration doing that. And you can chance to check that out. Yeah, you can paint this over plexiglass, and keep in mind, usually plexiglass because it's a very slick surface. Some people feel you have to prime it. No, I just rolled right over top of it and I was done. I'll put that information at the bottom so you can check it out for yourself. Also, too, I know there's nothing in the comment section. If you're going to check in the comment section or anything up there where the detailed description, it's blank because I haven't had a chance to fill all that in yet. When this video is over, I'll go put all that information so you can actually go from there. As I said before, to recap, this is our projector we're giving away for free. Just want to add really quick so you notice from the door, the reason why it's going away for free, because this right here for the lens shift, move the projector from side to side, it just sticks a little bit. And because it sticks, I'm just going to basically give it away for free. Anyone who orders a gallon of the Supreme 8 True Ambient Light Rejection Screen Paint will get the projector for free with the remote control. Keep in mind, the remote controls are bonuses due to the fact that they are hard to get. And if you do get one, they're guarantee that the owner is going to charge you 80 bucks. So I was lucky when I got mine. I got mine with the projector. The projector. It has, let me move this real quick. Let me just turn this off for a minute. There we go. You can get a look at this thing. And these things go for $400 and $500 on eBay. I know that for a fact. They go for $400 and $500 on eBay. HDMI, see all the hookups in the back of it, everything right there. And you can see the model number right there. So that's the only thing wrong with it. And usually most of the ones you find on eBay, they don't come with remote control. And keep in mind, with the screen paint, it looks absolutely incredible. You see what it looks like on our everyday gray and white screen, even with 4,200 lumens. How much will the gallon be? The gallon is going to run you around $488. So it's $488 with a free projector. And like I said, keep in mind, that's why we did the demonstration showing off half of the screen in white and half the screen in light gray. Because some people may say, well, you know what? I'll just go to eBay, buy the projector, go down and get some bare silver screen, get the same results. No, you won't. Getting that screen paint is a bonus. So, like I said, it is going to be, you know what? And I'll throw some blackout cloth in there too for free also. Because once you get the projector and once you get the screen paint, you got to figure out where you're going to paint it on. So I'll add in a 9x12 blackout cloth with it. So you got something to build your screen with. Actually, these are the canvas blackout cloths right here. This is my canvas. See how smooth this is? Smooth. This is canvas. 2 different kinds of canvas. A lot of people don't realize. So 2 different kinds. You have the painter's canvas, which you get at Home Depot and Lowe's, which has seams all through the freaking material. And it has holes. It has strings hanging all out of it. And then you got something called art canvas. Now, I didn't know anything about art canvas until I actually went and got this from Amazon. Art canvas is smooth. The seams are on the outside, around the edges, and it has no strings or no holes or nothing, and it looks fantastic. Now, the trick to paint it on canvas and to keep to absorbing too much paint, because like I said, it is a material, like any other material, it's going to absorb a little bit like a sponge, and you don't want to lose too much of your paint. There's a trick on how you do it. Any form of paint, whether it be white paint, don't spend a lot of money for primer. Just get everyday cheap white paint, like $7. That's all you need. And what you want to do is, it can be white, gray, green, purple, doesn't make a difference. Paint's going to cover it either way. So what you do is you lay the screen down, once you staple it down, and you go over the screen with 1 coat. Now the reason why you add 1 coat, because what that does to the surface of the canvas, it stiffens it, number one, and number two, it adds in a foundation where basically when you paint it, the paint's not going to seep through, and it's going to allow you to get a nice smooth cover like I have here, a nice smooth screen, just like that. If you're doing a 120-inch screen, you're going to need 1 quart. Keep in mind this is a 1-coat application. Like I said, I'll put that link in for the cardboard and plexiglass paint on screen. I actually painted that screen and dried it in real time so you can actually watch the demonstration. Keep in mind when you paint these screens, they start off dark, but as they start to dry, they get lighter. But yeah, in 1 quart, we'll paint up to 100-inch to 120, so you have an option there on how you want to go with that. Okay. Let me get out of here real quick because I have much to do. I got to finish my outer box. I'm building an outer box for my projector, so I'm working on that too. All right, got to go. You all have a blessed day. Oh, really quick before I go, the fellow didn't pick this up yet, but like I said, first come, first serve. This is actually a short. It doesn't come with a free projector. This projector you will pay for, but this kit is actually we're getting rid of this kit right here. So this right here is a short throw Optima set that will come with 2 quarts of the paint, and it will come with a black cloth surface 9x12. And then we have this one over here, which I was showing off yesterday. This is another one. This is these are projectors that I own that I am getting rid of due to the fact that we don't use them anymore. This right here is an NEC 3700 lumen NP 1150. That projector. Now, if you look at this, you're probably thinking, "Where's the lens?" It has a lens. Let me show you. It comes with 2 of them. So that projector package deal comes with 2 lenses. So either you have, this is a medium throw, that's an extended throw right there. This comes for free, giving you a free lens with this. This is an extension, what do you call it? Extended throw, whatever it's called. But keep in mind, this can cost you a couple grand just for this lens right here. But since I won't have the projector anymore, what's the point? I'm not going to sell it, I'm just going to give it to you. That's why I said we just give you some free stuff along with it. Stuff that you use, everybody else would charge you for. We just give it to you for free. So we'll just give you that lens. It's like an $800-900 lens. And that way you can actually interchange your lens on your projector right there. And it's really easy to do. Really quick. Just grab this one right here. So what you want to do, make sure I get this right. I should have this tilted up. It'll be easier to do it this way. This also does short throw too. So you can get the lens for short throw on this. I have to make sure I get this. There's a piece that locks in there. Let me see, I'll make sure I get this right. All right. Oh, sorry, I'm rotating. I'm rotating. This amount of times. Let's see if I can get this right. Yeah. I've done this in a while. And I'm rotating. Let's see if I get this right. Should have done this with a, but the way you have to shift it, and it goes right in. There we go. Woo. All right. See, any corn on it? You can see it's in there. See that lock? Just locked. There you go. Did that with one hand. Do you know how hard that is to put a lens in with one hand while holding a camera? That is not an easy task. There you go. So there's the lens right there. And this right here will allow you to interchange your lenses. When you want to remove it, you just hit that release right there and it'll pull the lens right out. So this has interchangeable lenses on here. So I was lucky when I bought this projector. I had bought another one, and another one came with an extended lens, and it came with the original lens. So I went out, and a buddy of mine came over. He bought one from me for a church, and because their church projector went out, so he bought another one from me for a church. So I used to have 2 of these, and he didn't need the extended lens, so I kept it. And so that way, now when I do the, when I'm actually going to be, this one's going to be going on the 19th. This goes on the 19th. This will come with the extended lens. So if you want to use it, you can use it. It's yours. Or if you basically want to put it on eBay and sell it, it's up to you. You can get like, you'll make like, for this lens right here, because this is an extended lens, you'll get like probably about maybe 3, maybe 200. Get about 200. You sell for cheap for 200, but if you want to make some real good money off it, you can probably get away with probably selling it for 300, 400 bucks. And somebody's going to say, well, why don't you do it? Yeah, I could. In church, I can just keep it and just sell it myself and get the money myself. But nah, I'm not doing that. I'm going to give it away with the projector. Nope. Didn't have a problem with the color wheel in here. As a matter of fact, I did a demonstration on that projector. Anytime you see me show off a projector, there's a demonstration on it. So keep in mind, I do demonstrations on just about everything that we do over here. So anytime people know as many videos as I upload, I do demonstrations on everything. So if you come in and you basically say, well, look, that projector has this, that, and the other, I can back it up and show you that it doesn't. Not all projectors are going to have that flaw. You may have got that projector and you might suffer that flaw from that projector, but you can't say because you got it, everybody else got it. You can't really say that. Like, for instance, I have an Optima GT5500. Everybody owns an Optima GT5500, which I have seen has a 100-inch screen. My screen upstairs is 126-inch. So if they tell you, oh, no, you can't. And I have people argue with me on ABS forums telling me, no, if you take that projector and if you blow it up, you know what I mean, you're going to lose, the picture's going to deteriorate. No, I did it right here. I actually took the projector and pulled it back and it filled out the 120-inch and it did the whole entire 140-inch right here. But the widescreen deteriorated, the back wall deteriorated, but the screen showed a perfect image. You know why? Because you could do a 140-inch on an Optima GT5500 or 56 if the screen is black. You can't do it on a white screen because the image will start to deteriorate. Also, I did the exact same demonstration outside on an Optima GT5500 at 4 o'clock in the evening hours outside on my 180-inch outside, which I don't even have keys on me. All right, got to get out of here real quick. ABS forums, yes. I'm surprised I can get on that site because I got banned on there for some crazy nonsense. Now I got banned on, not forget, that's a long story. I'm not going down that road why I got banned. You can just look up the YouTube video. It'll tell you why I got banned on ABS forums. It's something they didn't like what I was doing. And I actually proved that at that particular time, it was a long time ago. It was virtual. At that particular time, when it came to screen paint technology, majority of most screen paints were done in the dark, okay, at that particular time. If you go back to my older demonstrations, I've done demonstrations in the dark. I've done demonstrations on light screen paints. I've done all that stuff already. So that's how I know about basically where I'm at right now, that this is the better stuff. But like I said, I can go back and look at my older videos and say, well, I can't believe I was designing this stuff. Or I can't believe I was sitting in the dark with that stuff. So, you know, you progress as you go along. But yeah, there is a YouTube video where I got banned from ABS forums. So in that video, what happened? In that video, there was an incident between me and another, an admin that basically he was designing his own screen paint, and he was telling me that it's virtually impossible that you cannot apply a paint to a wall less than 30 minutes. Can't be done. Because at that particular time, Goose Screen was all the rage. And Goose Screen, if you ever check out one of their demonstrations, take the time to check out one of their demonstrations. Goose Screen's requirement to install one of their screens required a great deal of sanding. Anybody who knows what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You literally had to sand the wall down till it was paper. It had to be glass flat. Literally glass flat. Couldn't be any imperfections, no lines, nothing, because any of that, because the liquid was so thin, would actually, the imperfections would show up through the screen and it would cause the picture to become distorted. So at that particular time, I mean, we're talking about weeks of sanding your wall down. You had to bring in equipment to actually pull out all the sand dust because you couldn't paint if you had any dust. And once you painted the wall, it had to be up and down, robot formation. This is how it had to be. Perfect strokes up and down if you're installing a Goose Screen. I don't know how this stuff is now, but that's how it was back then. Majority all screens were designed that way. And you had to have something called a perfect amount of paint to a paint roller. I don't even know how that's even possible. All you do is you take the roller, you dip it in the paint. How do you get a perfect application? Forget it. I'm not even going to go down that road because that's going to start me to rant. But anyway, so everybody was doing their screen paints this way. Up and down. Perfect formation. This is how they were doing. This is how you had to paint a screen. You can't go side to side. You couldn't go this way. You couldn't go that way because it would leave streak lines all on the screen. All right. So we came on the scene. We developed a screen paint that you could paint on a wall less than 30 minutes and dry it. And I did it right there on video. I actually have the video right there of me actually painting this screen And this is when you actually get a chance to see what I look like. So I actually was on camera, painting the screen in. I was going in different directions. If you see me in the video painting the screen, you watch me drag my fingers across the screen or step on the screen, just walk across the screen and step on it and let the screen dry and then paint over top of it. That's why. Because at that particular era, you couldn't do that. If you stepped on that screen, you would have to basically let the screen dry and sand it all down all over again and put the application on again. And keep in mind, with a goose screen, it was 3 applications. 3 applications. I think it's 2 or 3 applications. There were 3 applications that you had to apply. And each application took time to dry before you could put the second one on. Literally, that's how it was done. Check out the video on how to apply a goose screen, and I lied to you not. Now, for drying time on that screen, once you got it finished, it took somewhere between 24 hours for the screen to somewhat dry, because it's still moisture still coming from the screen, but for the screen to fully dry, 6 months. I lie to you not. 6 months. Now, you can use the screen, but the screen will not be fully dry in 6 months. God forbid if one of your kids come in there and do this to your screen, they touch that screen, somebody bumps against it. Oh my goodness. You got to do that process all over again. That process, you got to do that painstaking process all over again. Yeah, that's how it was. Look, if you want to put a screen at that particular era. And it wasn't cheap. It was like $800 a quart. It was really expensive to do it. So, we came up there on ABS forums and we're like, no, you don't got to do robot formation. Check this out. So I did this demonstration where actually I painted this screen in and I was just walking all through it. I was with sneakers on. I was stomping all over the screen and doing like this all over the screen. And I threw a fan in front of it, let the screen dry, had marks all in the screen and went all over, different strokes all over the screen. Then took the screen, threw it against the wall, put a fan on it and watched that screen dry right on camera with all the lights on. And we got banned. We got banned because of the fact that they didn't like the fact that we showed them up. So we got banned. So that's how I got banned from ABS forums. So every so once in a while, they just let me back on. They let me back on. It's a long time ago. A long time ago when this happened. But yeah, I got banned. I was getting banned from so many forum sites for doing that video. Oh man, we got banned from a couple of forum sites. There's one forum site, I have a 99, I think I have a lifetime ban on it. But yeah, we got banned from a couple of sites for that. But that's how it was back then. If you wanted to install a goose screen. And if you think I'm joking, you think I'm literally joking, go on YouTube, look up how to paint a goose screen, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Literally, that video will put you to sleep. You're like Homer in front of a TV with slobber coming down your mouth. I'll lie to you not. It's that very boring. Just remember to carry a tack hammer with it so you can bang your kneecaps to bring yourself back to life so you can actually finish watching the rest of the video, because literally it's that boring. A lot of you not. But that's how it was when I was coming up, when you actually went to install in the screen. So, there was no such thing as taking a goose screen and painting it on a motorized projection screen. You couldn't paint it on material. You couldn't paint it on brick. It had to be on a super flat surface. So that's how it was when it came to goose screens. I'm not going to put their link at the bottom because that'll basically be, that's wrong. But if you want to check it out for yourself, check out the video. I lied to you not. So yeah, so we came in. I'm not going to mention the admin or whatever his name is from ABS forums. I don't know if he's still in there anymore, but he had this mixture of paint that he developed, and I think it was a Bible long. Literally, it was Bible verses. It had different forms of hazmatic requirements. Where Digital 4K, that's our old company. It had all kinds of hazmatic problems with it, where you had to wear a respirator, you had to wear face mask gear. Some of the chemicals that were actually in this product were hazardous. Some of them were actually banned in certain countries. And the reason why he was upset with us, because he was saying, well, you guys are charging people money and I'm giving them away for free. You have to give it away for free, because people have to understand, if you're lucky to get granted a patent for an item, the government is going to ask you what's in it. They're going to ask you, what kind of chemicals are you using? Has it been to a flash zone? Flash zone is where you take your stuff down there and they pretty much put it through some crap. They want to know everything about it. They're going to ask you all these questions. So if you have something in there that is extremely dangerous to the consumer, which this fellow did, he had some stuff in there that was pretty wild in there. I mean, I can understand some of it. I still understand chemistry, but I'm not that deep into it. But good God Almighty, some of the stuff he had in there was insane. I don't know if you can pull up his old recipe or not, but anyway. And bottom line is, yeah, they won't pass it. They won't pass it because that's why majority now screen paints are all water-based, because water-based is eco-friendly, has to be VOC, all that stuff. But yeah, it was pretty insane. And then we got into an argument. So the reason why you can't sell it, because look at the stuff you have in there. Literally half of that stuff in there you can build a barn with. Are you kidding me? And I'm putting that on my wall around my kids and my pets? No. But anyway, like I said, I'm not going to mention the guy's name. This is interesting, isn't it? I mean, I get on camera, we watch videos, we look at stuff I have here that's going up for sale, and I talk to you about all kinds of cool stuff, so it's interesting, huh? Ah, stealth paint. That's funny. I like that one. I love it when people come on and they assume that's what they think it is. I love that. That's like when somebody does magic and you got a bunch of people sitting there like, I think it's done this way, and this is where the person's sitting, and that so and so and so. I love it. Go ahead. Use your imagination. As a matter of fact, do me a favor. Go out and buy some stealth paint. Do the exact same videos that we do and then get back with me. Especially on the white levels. Because like I said, any black screen can pull black level. Do it on the white levels. Take your stealth paint and put it against whatever paint and just try to pull white levels or whatever. But anyway, let's move on from there. Because to get people get upset. I get them. These are my trolls that I get them from time to time that'll pop into my channel. And they'll either try to figure out how it's done, or they'll try to basically deteriorate or try to discredit my work, which I find kind of funny. It doesn't make a difference if you're making a joke or not. And if you want to come on here, I have no problem with sharing my time with you. I really don't have time. I'm a very busy person, but I have no problem sharing my time with you. Right now the video is over and I have no problem sharing my time with you. But if you're going to come on here and you're going to act up and carry on and do things that you know you shouldn't be doing, and you know it's wrong, go someplace else. That's all you got to do. Don't come on here with this nonsense. I think everybody has a YouTube channel or always has to deal with that particular individual. Even if you live next to a neighbor, you have always that particular individual, whether it be your job, whether it be where you live at, you always got that particular individual that no matter what you do, they're always saying something negative. I mean, do something positive with it. You don't have to talk that way or act that way. Do something positive with it. The world is full of too much negative nonsense to add more to it. All right, here we go. I got you taken care of right now. Gotcha. Just want to figure out where he was going to pop up at so I can remove him. Goodbye. Anyway, so like I said, do something positive. Don't spread it. He's still talking, but he's been muted. He's muted now. His messages have been hidden from him carrying on and acting up. All right, but like I said, you get those. We all have those. Anywhere you go, you always got them. If you're doing better and you're doing something good, you go to your job, you come in early, you leave late, you know what I mean? You're working to get that promotion, you're working to climb that ladder, whatever you're doing. You always have those individuals that just don't like what you're doing. They don't see the same thing you see. That's what it is. They don't see the fact that you want to go a little higher up on the ladder because you want something better out of life. Instead of just sitting around complaining about your situation. Really quick, let me tell you something real quick. A lot of people don't know this. If you go back, way back to my YouTube videos, go way back. Go back to where my company was under Digital One Crystal Screen Paint. You will notice that when I was doing those demonstrations, I was living in a rented room. I was living in a tiny rented little room. And I mean small little room. I slept on the floor, right here. I slept on the floor. And I had a little refrigerator here. And I had a rack here with all my paints. And my projector here. And I sat there for 4 years in that tiny little room making paint for 4 years. Sleeping on the floor, 4 years. And I kept at it and I kept at it and kept at it. And despite all the naysayers that I've had from ABS forums and everybody else that said, you're wasting your time, give it up, so and so and so and so, you'll never be able to compete with this, that, and the other. whatever. I don't care. I'm going to do it either if I fail, at least I can say I didn't try. But I kept on pushing and I kept on working. I kept on developing more and more and more and better technology. And I kept proving what I could do. And now I'm not in my little tiny room anymore. Lord bless me to have a nice workspace to work at, because it's one of the things I wanted, you know what I mean? Have a nice place to work at. And got a nice sized backyard to play around in, and got a cool deck up front, you know what I mean? And Lord bless me with a real nice place, you know what I mean? So you gotta work at it. Despite the naysayers out there to tell you that you can't do it. I mean, I'm not rich. I'm not living in a giant mansion. I don't drive a Lamborghini. But hey, this is a heck of a lot better than being in a tiny little room sleeping on the floor. So, you know, those just sit there and tell you that you can't do it. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Just don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it. That's what you need to do. That's why day after day when I've had, I'm not going to mention the fellow's name, but we know what we're talking about. When he would slander my technology and he do evil things against me, I don't let it bother me. I don't give up. Just keep on going. That's all you can do. If you basically decide that you don't want it, that you give up, then they win. You just keep on pushing through. That's what you do. And it's not easy. It never is easy. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that was easy. I'm not going to tell you when I started my company it was easy. Man, it was the hardest thing I ever did in my entire life. There were days, literally, I just wanted to give up and never do it again. Before I even got here, there were days when I sat there in that little tiny room and I thought, I don't ever want to do this ever again. But I like what I do. I love projection screens. I love paint. I love designing movie screens. I love it. This is what I like to do. So I just kept on doing it. And now I'm in the stage right now where I was in the stage where no one would accept my product because they said that, hey, it can't produce an image in a fully lit environment. And you can't paint the screen less than 30 minutes. I went through all that crap. Now I'm in the stage where I'm saying where people are saying, no, black screens are not this and black screens are not that and so and so and so. So now I'm dealing in a world of trying to introduce black technology to a world of white and gray screens. Ah, man, that's a battle right there on its own. So they're not going to accept me, but they're going to have to. They're going to have no choice. Because come in the next year or whatever time those investments kick in, I'm going to build myself an amazing motorized projection screen. I'm going to build myself an insane fixed frame projection screen. I'm going to design it so everybody can afford it. And I'm going to be in there with them big boys side by side saying, hey, look, remember me? Remember the guy you sat there and you threatened with a lawyer and said, hey, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything. Don't do any more side by side demonstrations. Now you got to deal with me. So that's how it is. Dog eat dog world. All right. Got to go. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to what I have to say. I really enjoy the time I spend with all of you. So I'm going to get out of here real quick. And, oh, wait. Let me show you something real quick. This I'm going to show you next. Because I do try to share some of the stuff that I do from time to time. I don't know if you know anything about this, but I was, I can figure out where I put the cable at. Oh, good gracious, under the projector. I'm going to show you something pretty cool. All right. So for those of you, if you know this already, okay, fantastic. If you don't, thank you all. Thank you. I really appreciate the encouragement and the advice. Thank you so much. For those of you that are wondering, can you run your cell phone through your projector? Yes, you can. I don't know if someone showed this already. They probably have, but I actually bought one for myself. So this is what I bought right here. I don't know if I got it the right way. I got this off Amazon for around, I think I paid $9 for it. I think $9 for it. And this will allow you to be able to run an HDMI through your cell phone. I might be a little late on that, but just want to show you something, how cool it is. So you just plug this into your power supply or USB on the back where your cell phone is at, right? And you just plug this into your projector, and it's just pretty much just plug in and play. And you can run your cell phone onto your screen, which is cool. Because this is fantastic for me outside, because usually if I run Chromecast, the biggest problem I have with Chromecast is I might not be able to pick up a signal, and then after that, I can't really use the screen all that well because the signal's bouncing on and off. But this right here will allow me to run this right out back without using my Wi-Fi. I can use my data, and I can basically lock in and get a better signal. And I just basically just link this right through my cell phone. But we'll do a demonstration of that later on. All right. Thank you all again. God bless.